Imagine this: the stroke of midnight, cold dew soaking the grass as a lone man walks into an old cemetery. The air is eerily still, as if the world itself is holding its breath. He steps between the ancient headstones, the moonlight casting faint shadows, while a chilling wind brushes past his neck. This is Richard, an insomniac and an artist searching for inspiration for his next painting. He's heard tales of the cemetery's peculiar serenity during the night, perfect for sparking creative ideas. But what he hasn't heard are the whispers of spirits who have been waiting for a listener. As Richard wanders deeper, something unusual seizes his attention. A soft, flickering light far ahead. It's faint but undeniable. Someone or something is there. Drawing closer, he notices an ethereal figure standing by a grave. A man, dressed elegantly yet strangely outdated, holding a lantern that seems to glow brighter as Richard approaches. "Beautiful evening for a stroll, isn't it?" the figure says, his voice melodious and unearthly. A shiver runs down Richard's spine, but he nods. He considers leaving, yet feels inexplicably drawn to this stranger. The man, introducing himself as Edward, speaks of his tragic life. He died suddenly in a fire decades ago, yet his spirit lingers here. Edward mourns his unfulfilled dream of designing a magnificent building, a masterpiece never realized. He confesses to wandering these grounds in search of someone who might share his story and capture his vision. Richard initially assumes this is some cruel prank, but Edward's words stir something deep within him. Details about the fire, vivid and raw, slowly overwhelm Richard. How could someone pretend to know such things? He wonders. Moreover, the air grows colder, and Edward's movements cast no shadow in the moonlight. Edward stretches out a hand, not to threaten, but to guide. He implores Richard, bring his vision to life in paint. Nervously, Richard agrees, both terrified yet entranced. When Richard finally leaves the cemetery, as dawn tinges the horizon, he's heavier with an overwhelming inspiration. Days later, his painting of Edward's architectural dream captures the attention of art critics around the world. It's labeled as hauntingly brilliant, but only Richard knows how literal that is. Since that night, Edward's lantern occasionally flickers in the painting's frame, a subtle nod to a partnership that stretches beyond life and death. So, I'll ask you, the next time you feel a brush of cold air and see a faint light in the distance, would you stay or would you run?